When I first met Brian, I was out with Joey and I caught a lift and I got dropped off at Harvey Nichols, darling, and Brian drove, so mostly I saw the back of his head. We next met in Maribel, France, in September 1990 for our dear sister Amanda's wedding. It was a beautiful day and also an amazing family reunion. So we had a blast the night before, but we were a bit delicate on the wedding day. Brian was very active whilst we were doing all the formalities in the afternoon, and he walked up to the top of a mountain in rented boots, and his feet got covered in blood and blisters too, I seem to remember. Amanda looked stunning, as you would expect. Then in 1994, I moved to Hong Kong, and I moved in with Joey and Brian for about 3 weeks, so thank you very much again for that. And in the summer of 1995, you snuck off to St. Andrews, part of your annual visit home. And you won't know this, but we thought you might get engaged to Joey, but nothing happened. Then later, you travelled to New Zealand for a 2-week holiday, staying with Donnie and Sue, I think, before heading south and touring the island. Of course, Queenstown was the most exciting. Lots of sport, which we know you like, and whitewater rafting. We didn't know at the time, but you proposed to Joey on the jet boat in Queenstown, and that was just before it swerved away from a rock face. That was lucky. Of course, we were delighted with the news of your engagement, and it was a huge honour to be asked to be a witness at your wedding. Thank you. Though the timing wasn't the greatest. Late Friday afternoon, just at the time the Hong Kong Rugby Sevens was due to start. We saw you guys loads in Hong Kong on junk trips, your fab Christmas parties at your apartment, evenings in Wan Chai, and then there were the reunions at weddings. My wedding was in Dublin. Thank you very much for coming over with Tom, both of you, and then Carl's, and then stepsister Diana's wedding in December 2001. A very long ceremony, yes, it was all in Greek. It really finished Brian off. He left early. I must say, Brian has been a top son-in-law, visiting our dad, Eddie, or Woody, as he's also called, many times in Australia, playing lots of golf, and we have often watched Eddie on his beloved surf ski. And then I stayed with you at the Hyatt in Coolum in beautiful Queensland, and then again, lots of golf and running and healthy living. And for Christmas in 2003, we stayed in Avalon on Sydney's northern beaches. Plenty of Barbies, and even extra Chinese takeaway for my big Irish husband, Jamie. And beach trips galore with the lovely Tom. And many visits to your lovely home in Oxshott for Matthew's 16th birthday, and other times, like after our son George had broken his arm at the tender age of just 3. So many, many happy family times. May I just say I'm really happy that the Parkers and the Woodies and the McWilliams and our lovely nephew Matthew, turning 18 this month, are all part of the same big family. Have a wonderful celebration to mark this special day, and well done Joey for a great organisation. Lots of love, Louie and Jamie and our children George and Lara. Now we have a very special message from a very special person.
Nifty is nifty. You've got the British Open golf, you've got the cricket, you've got the rugby, and happy birthday to you, sir.